Hi.
Hello, Diana.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I didn't expect that we will have the cameras on, but it's great seeing you.
Yeah, I always do with cameras. It's always nice to see each other.
After all, we have the technology to do that, right?
Exactly.
Okay, let me jump right away. I know you will have lots of interviews lined up.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the obvious question. How did you join Delain? I mean, did they have auditions?
Well, as far as I know, they didn't really go public with searching for a vocalist. So they didn't make an announcement saying, you can audition here, we're looking for singers. So I heard about the news and what happened with the split and everything, and I just left a comment on their social media asking if I could audition. So it's just as simple as that. And obviously, I did not expect anything like a reply or something because I had no idea if they had already found the singer or what was going on. But I left a comment, and a couple days after, Martin contacted me and he told me, "This is such a funny story because you were actually on my list
Wow.
of singers to contact because he came across my YouTube channel because I was making covers at the time, and he found me through YouTube, and I was really shocked because my channel had like 1,000 subscribers or something, so it was really a small channel, and I couldn't believe that he actually found me there. So it was really cool, and so that's how the audition process started for me. Martin sent me some songs to sing on. He sent me Masters of Destiny and then Burning Bridges. And after I recorded those two, he also wanted to hear my voice on a brand new song from the new album. So he actually sent me two songs, which happened to be The Quest and the Curse and Beneath. They were in a demo phase still.
Okay.
Yeah, and I recorded those, and then I think a week after that, I flew to the Netherlands to meet up with Martijn, Ronald, and Sander, and we met up at Sander's house, and we just, we wanted to, have a chat and get to know each other a little bit better. I wasn't in the band actually, so I was still in the auditioning process.
Right.
Yeah, but Martin invited me and like, come over, let's meet up and see if we get along, because that's really important.
Of course.
Yeah. After that, I came back home, and I think 2 weeks after that, Martin called me, and he told me, you know what, we would like to work with you because we like how you work, we like your voice very much. I think you fit very well with Delain's music. And so that's how it happened.
So did you do any homework before even commenting on that posting? I mean, in a way, did you like the music of Delain and you wanted to join because you liked what you heard, right?
Yeah, well, I love this type of music. It's been my music since I was a teenager, since I was in high school. When I first started listening to like Evanescence and Avril Lavigne and Green Day, and I had like a couple phases in my life where I went through like a punk rock music, and then I switched to like more heavy music, heavy metal and metalcore, and then symphonic metal. And so I was always into that kind of music. Like once I discovered Within Temptation and Nightwish, I was like, I only want to sing this. For a few years, I only sang that type of music, and I explored my voice and what it could do. So yes, I love this type of music. And when Martin reached out to me, I actually had to double check if he was a fake account.
Of course. You never know.
Yeah, but it wasn't, and I was shocked for like a whole day, and I was like, oh my god, this is unbelievable. So yeah, it's still I had to pinch myself when that happened.
So you mentioned Nightwish, for example, and you said also Evanescence, but your voice is not, how can I put it, a classical voice, right? You're not a soprano, for example.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not classically trained at all, but I've always loved, and I'm still like studying that type of voice today, like in this period of time while I'm working on my voice. I was always fascinated about how to use that operatic voice
Mhm.
But no, you're right. I'm more like a pop trained singer, of course.
Although in metal, people don't like to hear the word pop, or at
No,
least
they
in the,
don't.
well, no, I shouldn't say that. In the past, they still don't. But who
Yeah.
cares? Who cares?
Yeah, no, they don't. Well, let's say I have a more straightforward voice. Like I use my chest voice a lot, my mixed voice, also falsetto, and but I try to explore also my operatic voice. But of course, I'm not trained, so
Yeah, and there are some songs in the album, right? I'm thinking of Invictus, something like that, kind of ask for that type of vocals, right?
they do. Yeah, they do. And I'm really happy that I had so much freedom to explore that voice in this album in Dark Waters. And you can hear it, of course, in The Quest and the Curse. And there's not in every song, of course, but there are a lot of songs where there are parts like here and there where you can hear like this super high pitched operatic voice, and it just fits so well. For this album, we just did what fit well. We never said no to something just because it wouldn't fit. We weren't afraid to, use even like some, how can I say, like backing vocals
Right.
on more like that they have a pop edge to it, right? And like vocal trills like that I did. We didn't say no to that just because it wouldn't fit with the metal thing, because we thought, you know what, this fits the song and this is what the song needs, so
Right.
let's do it.
And hearing you describing the process, does it mean that you joined the band while the process of finishing the album or even working on the album was still in progress, right?
Yeah, it was both actually. When I joined, Martijn and Gus, which is Martijn's songwriter partner, they always wrote together since the beginning.
Right.
So they had already written songs, like in the demo phase, of course. And then when I joined, they wrote more, of course. And then they sent me the demos, and I did my thing with the vocal melodies, and I added backing vocals and harmonies, and it was just a back and forth process.
Mm-hmm.
But we also worked together, the three of us, in the Netherlands. At one point, I flew there, and we got together in the studio in the same room, and we worked on melodies and backing vocals. And yeah, we also did that. And then for the rest, we did it at home because, of course, we have the technology
Yes,
to do it,
of course.
and it's easy.
And I wanted to ask you again, as you were describing how you joined the band, did Martijn send you the Quest and the Kaoz, the piano version, or the full metal version?
Yeah. Oh, good question. No, he sent me the full thing with the metal version. Yeah, the demo of that one. The piano version came after, so it came right like I think a month after we released The Quest and the Curse. I had this idea where I wanted to do like a ballad version of the song, so people can also hear my voice and what it do, and to also hear it in a different way, like a softer version of it. And that's how it became. And then we decided to release it. Let's release it and see what people think.
Yeah, I was thinking that both versions were too good to be left out, right?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
So, I cannot understand how, I can only imagine how tough it can be when someone, especially, right, a singer joins a band that has already established a discography. From your point of view, what are the most difficult things that you need to not address, to face, let's say, joining Delain?
Yeah, this is a really good question. Well, first of all, it's not even about the technical sides of the songs and the vocals and all that, because as a singer I'm really lucky because I started singing this type of music, but I also sang other types of music, and I also did covers, so I'm really comfortable in switching my voice to do a bunch of things at the same time, and that's not the hard part for me. The hard part is, of course, the people, because the people are used to a different face, a different voice, and it takes time for people to adjust to that and to get used to it and to accept it. And it takes time, of course. And of course, I don't expect everybody to like what they hear, because it's just unrealistic to expect that. And, we would be disappointed if we did that. So that's definitely the hardest part. But again, like the response that we had when we released the first single, and then the other two singles as well, was just overwhelmingly great.
Yes. But
So,
at the same time, I do understand, and I imagine again that it adds stress on you, right? So additional pressure that honestly you shouldn't have, because you are not replacing anyone. You are a new singer. So
yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, of course, you're so right. It does add a little bit of pressure, of course, but I don't know. I'm really good at dealing with pressure. Maybe it's just the way I build up throughout the years, because I had to face so many hard things in my life. So I built, like, how can I say,
A
a hard
resistance, yes.
shell.
Hmm.
Yeah, a shell. I built a shell towards hard things in life, so I'm able to really take it, one step at a time, and just be okay if people criticize me, if they don't like me. I'm totally fine.
Oh yeah, and being an artist is I don't know many people realize that. Yeah, that you are putting yourself out there. You are exposing
Yeah.
yourself. You are exposing your voice, right? Or even your image. So people sometimes get too hard, and that's something I still do not understand. But hey,
Yeah.
we are not solving a world's problem here.
Yeah, not at all.
In the album, you had Paolo Ribaldini, right, and Marco Hietala as doing some guessing. Did you have the chance to meet them, or even record at the same day, maybe, or the same session?
Unfortunately, I didn't have the chance to meet Marco yet,
Mm-hmm.
because when Martijn did the recordings with him, he was in Spain. So
Okay.
Martijn flew there, he recorded him, and then he flew back home. With Paolo, we met up last year when we did the first tryout shows in the Netherlands. We met up, and he's also from Italy, so it was really easy to connect with him. So we met up there, and then we played, those shows together, and we played again in November last year. So yeah, we definitely met up. Yeah.
That's great. What about the lyrics? I know I saw a posting of yours that you wrote the lyrics for Moth to Flame.
Yes,
So
yeah.
what about the rest of the lyrics? First of all, did you have any input, or did you find the lyrics ready for you?
The thing is, I had the chance to write the lyrics for Moth to a Flame, and also for another song in the album, which is called Tainted Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I wrote something else, like maybe a couple verses here and there, because it was just a back and forth process between me and Robin, which is Martijn's wife, and she wrote the majority of the lyrics. And some of the lyrics were already written when I joined, and of course she wrote The Quest and the Curse was already written. The lyrics were ready, and I think Beneath was kind of almost ready, like 60% ready. And so, but for the rest of the album, she wrote the lyrics.
Okay.
And so she's really nice. She always asked me, "Are you comfortable singing this? Is this something you feel like singing?" Because it's really important for a singer, to sing it and to have people relate to what you're singing and to believe in those words.
Right.
And so that's how the process
In
went.
fact, that was my follow-up. As a singer, do you need to have to establish a relationship with the lyrics, or even understand what they are talking about, in order for you to perform at your best of your ability?
Yeah, of course, because especially for me, I'm used to write a lot, and I always wrote my own lyrics, even when I was in other bands and doing other projects. I always wrote from my own experiences and what I was living in my own life and stuff like that. So it's really important for me to connect my mind and my heart to what I'm singing, because whenever you do that, you just sing better, because your mind gets comfortable in that space of the words and in that feeling, and the voice just comes out even better.
Right.
And you don't have to push to push and to struggle while you sing. So I definitely need to connect to the words. Yeah, absolutely.
So for Moth to a Flame, did you have the music? Because I think that's the heaviest song in the album.
Yeah, the music was already there. The vocal melody was also already there. I just did the vocal melody for, I think, the bridge, so like the slowest part. That wasn't there, so I did that. I wrote that, and then the lyrics, actually, it's funny because Moth to a Flame was the last song that we wrote for the album, and I think I wrote it in like almost 2 hours because we had a deadline. We had to send the song to the mixing engineer to mix it and to close the album and finish it.
No pressure, right? No pressure. Just
yeah, but you know, I don't know, it just happened. I love that song. I love the lyrics because I wrote them when I was living in a very weird situation in my life. It's about, you know, being addicted to something. And it's not drugs. I got this question asked once. Is it drugs? No, it's not drugs.
It's a relationship, right? You're getting away from a relationship.
Yeah, it's both a relationship. For some people, it could be a person. For some people, it's a situation where you just go back to it because you want to relive that thing, and you just go back to it. But you also live the pain that comes with that situation, right?
Right.
And so I just wrote the words, like they just came out of me, and like in 2 hours or less, I had the lyrics, and yeah, it's such a cool song.
That sounds stressful, to be honest.
It was a little bit, but it was also fun because you face these pressures when you're a writer and when you're an artist. So
yeah, but come on, you join the band and then you have 2 hours to finish the song. It's a little bit, anyways.
yeah, but you know, we did it.
Do you have any idea about the concept of the cover artwork? Because I think there is some connection with We Are the Others, right? Those two covers, if you put them side by side, they have similarities.
That's true. Actually, the artist that designed We Are the Others is the same one that designed the artwork for Dark Waters, Glenn Arthur. And as far as I know, Martine's idea was to really be, how can I say, cohesive.
Yes.
Cohesive, yeah, with the artworks, and that specific artwork really represents Delain because people are used to seeing it, and Glenn's an amazing artist. And when he did that cover, we all loved it, and we thought, wow, this fits perfectly with the mood of the album. Dark Waters, it's really dark, but also cartoony. It really looks amazing.
To my mind, I interpret this as, hey, we are still Delain, and this is how we can keep the line, the thread, continue the thread, if you know what I'm trying to say.
That's exactly what it is, yeah.
So, are you planning to play live Moth to a Flame?
Yes, we are.
I knew that.
Of course.
And speaking of playing live, I know that you have some days in Europe in April until May, right? Early May.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, well, we have that tour, and then we have summer festivals.
Of course.
That we're going to play. And then we're planning a US tour as well.
There you go.
Yes, later this year. We're still planning it, and I hope that we can announce it soon. Maybe soon, but yeah.
I will call you back to to make the announcement. Do you know, at least in this, even though you cannot announce it yet, do you know if it will be a headlining one or it will be part of another package?
I believe it will be a headlining one.
Okay. That will be great. Of course, I checked the socials and I saw that you're releasing a lot of stuff for cooking, stuff for food. So my question first is this: how tough can you keep a nice program as far as eating when you are on tour?
That's a good question, and I've actually thought about it because obviously I'm preparing myself for that. Also, vocal. I don't think it's gonna be hard because nowadays you can really find anything on the road. Like on the tour bus, I think I can even cook something for myself, so that won't be a problem. But even if I don't want to cook anything for myself, there's there's so many choices that you can have when you're on the road. So I'm not worried, to be honest.
Just an idea. You can put a series of videos on what you can prepare while on tour. I'm sure many musicians will appreciate that.
I would love to do that. If I have the energy,
of course.
I will do it.
Of course. So while you are on the road, are you planning to keep those socials up posted? I mean, I have no idea what can you post as far as food and stuff?
Well, the thing is, when you do that type of work, you can always prepare in advance.
Mm-hmm.
So I can film the videos like in a week in advance, and then you can post them. Yeah, so that the engagement doesn't drop and the channel doesn't go down. So it's totally doable as long as you do a little bit of work in advance, and then you're all set.
It will be bizarre. I just saw you live in Chicago and you cooked. How? When?
Yeah.
How you can do this stuff?
I know. Yeah.
Last question. Have you picked the songs that you will be playing live from the new album?
Yeah. We already have. We actually have the whole set list ready.
Okay.
So there might be some changes. We'll see. But I think we have a good set list ready.
How many songs from the new album are you gonna use?
Let's see.
I can see you counting. You're counting right now, right?
At least 5 or 6.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Okay, that will be great. Diana, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
I like the album. Great stuff you have put out there, and see you in Chicago.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've never been to the United States, so it's gonna be my first time.
And it will be great, I guarantee you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Have safe travels.